Alright, I made it up to the run here. These guys gave me a ride. We took the ride the right way, if you know what I mean. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
There you go.
This is almost too exhilarating to describe. Being here right now, I'm very close to the ski run area. Just right down here in this valley is the lodge, and the ski runs are going up that way. This is my hiking trail. Down here I've got running water, which is super nice to know that it's there. It looks like I'll get some snow this time. I am going to be up here for 3 days, and I'm traveling very light. It's not so bad if it's not blowing wind, but when it does blow, it carries all of the cold from the snow. There might be a trail here. That trail switched up this snow face. This is the trail. But, I want to avoid places like this. I'm trying to avoid hiking in on something like this. Although I might just have to at some point. But I'm going to go up this way. We're going to stick to the grass. This is not so bad. Just have to be careful not to end up on a really steep slope. Right now this snow is perfect for what I want. It's not so easy. This pack is, I need to make it easy. Like that. Right straight across. I could go this way. Here's the thing, I'm not very far from where I started. It was just an arduous hour and a half or two to get here. I've got a game plan. Play it safe, at least for tonight. Tomorrow morning I'm going up there, just to the top of that slope, for some camping tonight. This is what climbing. Not really what expected, you know, honestly, it's my best, safest choice, because I got to look at where I was supposed to go. It's rough. But I'm working on this view. Down here's the road that I came in on. And this forest road right here connects to it. Looks like there's a trail here. There's a snowcat. And it's going to be really windy. Might even be some rain coming. I'm going to need to find some cover. Hoping on the other side I can get a little break from the wind. Radio towers are right there. They're real close. I didn't think I'd get this close. Here's a nice view right there. Worth being here just for that. See some snow on that side. This is the snow I saw earlier. It's not a whole lot, but you could see I could run that diagonally. I'm still hoping there's some more on the other side. I am very thankful to be up here with this grass in the dry area. It's going to be chilly and I hate to be on that snow. I made it to my spot. It's a great wilderness location with my friends here. It's crazy. I didn't want to be anywhere near this. I came up here and it's just blowing crazy. Here I've got this block. I've got this tree to block me. This was the only dry spot here. And this is my new tent. It looks... well, what can you say about that? What does it look like? It just looks like a sliver of mesh. I've got some snow here to play on, not very steep. I've got hella steeper snow over here to play on. Down lower, there's some snow to play on. I'll be fine just here. Bunch of turkey tracks here. See the turkey tracks here. Pretty fresh, I think. Remember that. Go this way. Oh yeah. Not too bad yet. Here it is. This is the view towards the east. And this is really steep. I don't want to fall down that. And also, this snow is a little crunchy and slippery. Here we are up a little higher. This about. I haven't been here yet. That looks nice over there. Be cool to connect it. Yeah, you know, it is connected, but that is one serious slope right there. You can see I'm well away from it. Now, that's a no-go zone. But look at that, it's beautiful. Amazing view. The crest trail follows the ridgeline right there. Before it drops off, it's tricky branches. Wow. That was nuts. Yes. Oh yeah. That's about it. Lucky so far I didn't get snagged. Buddy, a little raccoon chipmunk. Hello. Hello there. Oh yes, hello. What's your name, friend? You have two friends. Come this way. We're almost down in the saddle. This is some good skiing, man. If you could get a good course. Not so easy. Here's the last run of the day. I think I got something that could go through here, down this way. Not much. Oh yeah. There's the inside of my new tent. It's okay. Some of the wind is coming through, the heavy blasts. I just hope it calms down by the evening. Trying out some new gear. This jacket is new. So far so good. It's a nice layer. I've got all my top layers on now, except for a nice warm hat. I was out on the skis. I went through the forest here. It's quite nice, a nice loop. It's actually a little less windy too in the forest, which is nice. So what's kind of fun to start are some tracks, maybe like a little course through the forest. So I've got one small loop. I can make a bigger loop going back to the other side, which is pretty steep, I think. Quite a process, melting this snow. This has been going 20 minutes, and then I put this one on top to collect the residual heat. Hey, it's pretty crazy, and it just died down. But there's this noise from the wind going through these radio towers. It sounds like a jet taking off. There it is. Pretty darn chilly. I'd say cold. Everything froze up here. The snow is all crusty hard. I can walk on it. That wind was really kicking last night. The noise from these towers, just this little bit here, was like a all night, man. Crazy. Maybe that's why I slept so well. Because it was cold in that sleeping bag and that tent. I don't know how I managed. There was an amazing sunset with the clouds up here. I popped my head out of the tent and ran out bare feet to try to get some good pictures. Should have turned the video camera on. Here, let's see what it looks like without this fisheye lens. It's a little hard to figure out where the Indian reservation boundary is. I was over here yesterday. Oh, the saddle's just over this way. And I wanted to get back there. Well, you can see that whole slope was just wicked steep. It would not have been a wise decision with that backpack. It's just too wicked steep. It's slippery. Time for some coffee. This is the top of my camp zone. And this guy, man, that wind was coming right through that tent last night, carrying the cold air right over my sleeping bag. It was a cold night. It was a rough night. Warming up now. It's pretty hot now in this tent. I've got some snow melting in the sun. Hopefully. Should have been doing that all along this morning. Basically what I'm going to do today is just ski again through the woods. I'll probably take some pictures from the other side with this camera. Go down to that first saddle where there's a snow on the side of the ridge and go from there. And probably stay right here tonight. Yes, sirree, Bob. This is the view. Pretty cool. Not as good as my visual eyesight view. Still cool enough. That's where I was last week. All the way through there. That peak is No-Gel Peak. Get hot. Yeah, this whole forest burned out. It's too bad. If I were to cry for this place, I'd have to cry for all the other places that were burned. I'm going skiing right there. Let's see if I can find this place that is near my house, right there. I think they call that Goat Peak. I live on the other side of that ridge there. Well, here's a cool view. across this snowfield, and it's still just a little too much for me. It's kind of retarded. Now here, these are all, I think, animal tracks coming up and down from here. I think the elk come up here to sleep. I guess I'm gonna try this. It might be stupid, it might be ridiculous, I don't know. Sticking close to that grass. Man, just spooky looking down this thing, man. Now, I gotta rescue myself. Let's go. See? Stupid and ridiculous. Going 100 miles an hour. Little control, but still. Look, angles up that dome. Probably on some grass. Blame it on the grass. That'll slow you down. That shit is ice. Tried to slow down. I could have run right through here. Okay. See? Ridiculous and stupid. This is where the elk sleep. Spot there. Spot here. Probably over here. There's a warm breeze coming up over this ridge. Nice place to set a tent. I'm just gonna cruise up this way. It's tight here. elk sleeping spot. Boy, we have here. Doesn't matter where you go. No. Oh yeah. Those are the kinds of runs I like, just nice and long and straight. Nice helmet, huh? It's way too heavy. It hurts my head. I ordered some more mounting crap and another little camera like this for 25 bucks. I might stop carrying this beast. It's a lot of extra burden and weight in that pack. If I have just 2 of these, I can fit this in my pocket. I don't get to see what I took. I don't know what I'm taking. But you know, if you're hiking your butt off, and every little ounce matters, I might try that. Check out all of these flies. Especially there. Yeah, they don't bite, which is cool. They're just annoying. And I have to shut the screen. We're gonna bail in the morning. And what else? Melting snow. This is pretty, it's kind of gross water. That's how much snow I melted for water when I was gone. And that's about 1 liter. It's really gross. There's stuff floating in it. I had to scoop off the bugs. The other choice would be to go down to that creek. It's not far, but it is down in elevation. And I've been up and down all over these hills the last couple of days. Here's the synopsis or follow-up on this tent. I'm gonna have to live with it. There's just hardly enough room. I was sleeping against this last night and it was cold. My food was here and I was sleeping against it, and that was also, it felt cold. There's really nothing over here. There's room only for me and a few things down here. There's enough room for this up front, maybe a book over here and a handkerchief. The vestibule would hold my backpack. Okay, that's my story. The tent's okay. I'm sure it's gonna be a really good summer tent. Oh, that scared me. I'm out on a night walk and I'm like totally freaking scared. I don't know why. This is one of the buildings for one of these towers. And I came here this morning, I was like right here to get out of the wind. And actually, there's heat. Right now there's some heat. Oh, yeah. I'm putting my gear to the test. It's cold, really cold. This wind chill is probably at freezing right now. And I came out to film the city lights. Well, it's not as impressive as I thought. It is by the naked eye, more so than this camera. It's cold out here. I've got no business out here. The only business I have is in my sleeping bag. Okay. There it is, one last time. Yeah, I guess we're getting out of here. It's cold, flipping cold with this wind. I had liquid freeze in my coffee mug, and one of my pots was sitting outside the tent. I don't have a thermometer on this trip. My guess is that the wind chill was at least to freezing. So now I just have to walk maybe a half mile this way to intersect the road. Alrighty then. There's my road right down there. I got the camera out because that tree up there is amazing. It's ancient. It's dead. Just incredible. Some of these big trees that were left behind. Alright, we're nearing our proposed pickup point over south.